Good morning, everyone. It's Fiona Jane from Australia. I wanted to welcome you all to my channel, all the new subscribers. Thank you for joining me and for taking the time to view my videos. Thank you for those that keep coming back and encouraging me, and all the wonderful friends and crafty friends I've made. I wanted to share with you a project share. This is my very first, I've made two, so there's two here. My very first and second pocket letters. I have made them for challenges. I'm not going to say who because I don't want them to know who's for who and which I've done. They haven't specifically asked for pocket letters, but I have done them. So let me just share the first one. Both of them are made, I kind of cheated. Both of them are made with journaling cards that are the Prima's Lavender collection. So what I done was I took, let me just give you an example. I took the journaling card. I'm just waiting for it to focus, sorry. The lighting, it is not quite 7 o'clock in the morning here, so we haven't quite got the sun up in the, it's light, but just getting light. So I took the journaling card, which was a 4 by, I think it was 4.5 by 4 or something like that. Let me have a look. Sorry for umming and ahhing. 4 by 5. Okay. So I knew that I had to cut these down because your general, sorry, I've got ink all over me, I've been inking. Your general card is, your pocket letter is 3.5 by 2.5. So I did that. I cut these ones individually down, and as you can see, there's a big difference between the size. Let's have a look. I'll just take one out. So, there's a big difference between that. But I wanted to use the pretty papers. I really, really liked those. And so for this first one, I did a vintage style. So I added my embellishments. I've added some trim to the side. I also purchased the stickers from the Prima Lavender collection. So there's a few stickers here and there. There's a brad here to make it kind of this trim to look, to look like a crown. I fussy cutted this one, took me a while. I fussy cutted out from the Lavender collection and popped it up on foam tape. So I fussy cut this whole rose here out, and behind it is a totally different rose pattern, but it really went really well. I wanted them to look really vintage and distressed, so I kind of bent them a bit and distressed them on the edges. I had a lovely time doing this. It was really quite relaxing and I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I'm new to paper crafting, so this is my very first one. This one here, I've just put a lavender flat back. This one here, this butterfly and this card here is actually out of the Kaisercraft range, the fairy range that they brought out recently. Just done a bit of crochet trim scraps, some not Prima flowers, what are they called? I hate when you get on camera and you can't remember. Wild Orchid Crafts. A sticker there. This one has a little envelope and a little flower here, just a little rose that's pre-made. And right here, I'll see if the camera can pick it up, right in the corner, there is an itty bitty heart button that I actually, if you turn it over, you can see, actually sewn it on. It is so cute. It is gorgeous. Now on this one, I actually have, if you can see, I've done like a pearl flourish, and I've stuck that down, and I just did that to the outside just to give it a bit of dimension as well. I wanted it to look like the outside a bit dimension. This one is actually going a fair distance. So this one, I wanted to make this parcel as flat as I could. I'm hoping to send it as a letter, but I'm not sure if that's going to... I haven't got the goodies in this one so I'm not sure. It's just that postage has been costing me a fortune lately, so I've tried really hard. This is actually a butterfly trim, and I have cut each individual butterfly and used my distress inks. And this is the Kaiser Craft, like a banner, and this is a sticker from the Wild Orchid Crafts range. I love this. It's just... and this part here is actually, I've done... It's like a file folder. It's meant to look like a file folder, the background. And that's another one from a different paper range. It might be a Kaiser range. I think it's an ephemera piece. Down here, I've just done... It's Okay to Grow Slow. That's another card. And I've put that on the lavender collection. So it's another card. And I've put that backed on a different one. Put a lavender bow with a little pearl and a dangle that I've glued down. So, yeah, it was easy to do, but it was fun because I'd done it this way. I just wanted my first two to not be, I didn't want to have to think too much. I wanted to just make it really pretty. So, just some embellishments, lavender piece of rickrack and a trim, and then this little beautiful little flower, two little flowers here. They're so tiny. I actually cut them out very delicately out of a trim. They all say beautiful things. I'll go through them in a minute. Just a little flower here, a bit of rickrack with some some bling, mesh bling, and a little flower. So this is what they say. The first one says, hello, smile at strangers. We are all in this together. This one says, you are worth it. This one here says, start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. This one says, embrace the journey. The middle one says, blessed. This one says, magic happens every day. This says, it's okay to grow slow. This says, embrace the glorious. And this one says, live for the moments you can't put into words. Oh, it says today, live for the moments you can't put into words. So like I said, this one here is all the same. You can just see the braid, which I will hide before I put my goodies in. So that's the first one. And I think even though there's some dimension to it, hopefully I might get away with it as being a business. There's something else that goes with it, but I've got to put the goodies in that. And this one is a little bit more elaborate. I have done a tassel, which I have put on a ring closure. So let me see if my hands will let me. Oh, this does come off. So it's got lots of ribbons and lace trim cut up and material, fibers, and at the front I've done a little tie. Hang on, sorry. A little tie here out of some pink trim. So it's all lavenders and pinks. There's a bit of green and creams in there. And I've made a little mini tassel that I have pinned on. I don't know if you can see that. I've pinned that on. It has a little rose added to the top, and that's just on a purple pin. It's super cute. I love it. So I was really happy with that. So I'll just put that back on. And this one is the same range. Like I said, it's the lavender collection. I did not do this. I'll put it back to the front. I did not do this vintage. I wanted it to have a totally different look. I just wanted it to look a bit shabby. So this one says, you are amazing. Remember that. It has a little rose, a rolled rose, and a piece of trim. This one again I've made to look like a crown, and I've put tiny little pearl pieces on the top. It says friends, sweet moments. I forgot to explain, I also backed these on black cardstock. So I started off with a black cardstock, and I cut snippets into the edges, and it was Abby from Purple Cottage Crafts who showed us how to do that. So thank you, Abby. And I've done a fussy cutted a piece over this. So I've started with the black, I've cut the snippets, I've down cut the piece that I wanted from the lavender collection. So as you can see, there's a huge difference. I've cut quite a lot off, but I used those snippets for something else, which I will show you in a minute. And yeah, so I've done that. So this is the one that's going to have the letter in it. That's the only thing I haven't done. I haven't done the letter at this point, but I will be doing the letter. This one says, my love for you is a journey starting at forever and ending never. And it says hi. And I thought, even though it's like a love type thing, I thought friendships, love, that's, you know, that's what we, and this is going to a friend that I know really well. So I really wanted it to be special. This one says blessed, and it has the butterfly and a piece of trim. This one here, I've actually, let me see if I can take this one out, because this one is what I did with the offcuts. But you can see the goodies when I take it out, but that's okay. I will move them to the side. Okay, so what I've done is I've taken the offcuts of all of the pieces of the lavender cards, and I have glued the strips together. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strips. So you can see a bit of rose, you can see a bit of writing there, there's a bit of purple colour, there's another bit of cream with a rose, and then there's kind of like a decorative swirly thing here. So then what I've done is I have put that again onto a piece of black cardstock. All of these cardstocks are distressed with the lilac oxide. I can't remember what it's called, something lilac, shaded lilac maybe, oxide, and they kind of look, on camera they're probably looking blue, and they have got a bit of a blue tinge to them because they're on black cardstock, but they've definitely a lavender colour. So then I've put a bit of, on top of that, this middle piece, I have put a bit of calico, which I have frayed. Then I have distressed it. Then I've put a sticker on here that said note, and it had like another in the corner. It's got gold leaves. And then I fussy cut, with this one, I fussy cut out a beautiful flower. And that is actually out of the lavender journaling cards, the large ones. So I fussy cut that out and the bow out. So that's that one. So I really love that one. That's probably my favourite one, I think. And then this one says Embrace the Glorious. It's got a bit of bling on it. That one I kind of left just pretty plain because the black just, it looks so stunning with the black of the background. This one says similar to the other, it's the same as the other one. Start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. It's just got a beautiful sticker of a butterfly that's got like gold embossing. This one is a little card, a little envelope. I'll hold it up so you can see it a little bit closer. Wait for the camera to, yeah, it's got a little envelope. What I've done is, it wasn't an actual, it was like a fold down. So I've put a bit of trim, crochet trim, and then I've put, as the envelope kind of closure, I've done cut out those 2 little pink flowers that have got a little green center. You probably can't see, it goes with the green color. And this little piece I got from Colette, so thank you, Colette. I've got a little sticker here that has a butterfly and some roses. It says hope, and then a really pretty little, like a little skirting, little fine, beautiful pink trim. And then at the bottom of this one, I've done another bit of crochet trim, just cut up snippet, a little bow with a pearl, and then a purple bow with a purple flower in it. So let me just put that back in here. I will flip it over and show you, because she doesn't know who it is, who it's for. Flip it over and show you the goodies. Now, this was really challenging. The goodies were the challenging part for me. So what I did was, I didn't want anything to fall out. So, and I didn't have any bags or anything that was small enough. So what I did, the first one I actually made some envelopes. My hands. Made a bigger envelope. And now I haven't stuck them down, so the person can stick them down whether they want to glue or the thin double-sided tape. And then inside that I have made, I think there's half a dozen itty-bitty envelopes. So I'll put them on my hand so you can probably see them a bit better. There's a pink one, there's a black one, there's an embossed gold one, there's a green one, and there's a white one. So there's 5. I can't count. So they're the itty-bitty envelopes, and they go inside this envelope. So I thought that was, because I think this person doesn't have a little envelope die. So I did that, excuse me. That's where the letter's going to go. I did some, now this is what I put everything in. I had those snap lock bags, but they were too big. So I've just folded them over. That's all I did. And I've put some, as you can see, some bling, some sticky bling. There's black, silver. There's little pearls in there as well. Let's see if my hands are going to let me put it back in. Okay, so I just wanted to show you the bag. So there are alternatives if you haven't got the right size. There's lots of die cuts here that say lots of words, you know, hello, happy birthday, hugs, family, fun, love, live, laugh, and then so on. So there's a whole lot that which hurt my hands using the Sizzix, but that's okay. I got the dies cut. So then I've done a really nice package of like for a shaker card with the sequins, and there's beautiful seed beads, quite good size, bigger beads as well, and some flowers. So that's a really pretty one. In here I've done some really beautiful eyelash trim that's in the purple shades. You know, I tried to keep it with the colors that were on the paper. So I've also done some butterflies. There's purple, blue, and pink, and they're really kind of iridescent, and there's 3 different sizes. The large one, and then they go down to smaller to a really itty-bitty one. I've also added over here some gemstones and some beautiful metallic purple pearls, and some of the bigger pearls that I put on the other card. And then I've done a couple of clay flowers and some acrylic flowers. Here's some more die cuts. They're actually back the front, so you can't actually see the pretty paper, but I've done different size and all different kind of die cuts. And these are actually meant to be place cards, but so they're this size, and then they're shorter on one side where you would put the place card down. But I thought they would make perfect tags, or you could cut around. If you didn't want the dots, you could cut around and they'd make perfect collage embellishments. You could do so much with those. So that's my 2 pocket letters, which I'm really proud of myself. Like I said, I've still got to get the goodies in this one, and it'll be a challenge with this one to try and keep it as flat as possible, but I'll see what I can do with that. So thank you very much, everybody, for watching. I hope you're having a lovely day. I hope that life is treating you well, and that you are all physically well with your health. And if you're struggling today, I hope that you reach out to somebody, a friend or somebody, and I hope that person will be an encouragement, and will give you lots of sweet hugs. If not physically, they will send you lots of hugs. You know, sometimes our friends here our crafty friends are so far away on the other side of the world, but it's an amazing what the internet can do, and sometimes just a hug sent from a friend so far away, you can feel that love and warmth. So I hope, excuse me, I hope that, like I said, that you are doing well and that life's treating you well. And if not, reach out to somebody today. I know that I say that because I know that myself. I've really been struggling. Those that might have seen a Facebook post I put up, and really been struggling in the last week, kind of again, and particularly the last few days. And it's rough. It's rough having bipolar and having mixed episodes, and 1 minute your head's racing totally, but you're feeling down. But, you know, my friends are surrounding me with love and encouragement, and so I really appreciate that. So have a lovely day, whether it be the morning, afternoon, or nighttime for you. And God bless. Bye for now.